ever since that holy day when the Jewish people cried out, Na'aseh v'nishma, thou art our God, things have been totally different. We live a life in a different ballpark. Elevated, lofty, meaningful, eternal. And yes, sometimes difficult. But at this time of year, it all comes back to us, and we try to renew our commitment of Na'aseh v'nishma to dutifully and wholeheartedly obey Hashem's commandments. And it does bother me, and maybe it bothers you, to think about why it is that when our goal is to do what it says in the Torah, which is what we call halacha, it isn't what you find the biggest scholars involved in. You find the biggest scholars not involved in the Shulchan Aruch or the Torah necessarily, or the Rambam or the basic laws, even just going through in English and understanding what I need to do. But no, the greatest scholars are involved in the Talmud, which is all about the back and forth of what Rava did say and what Abaye meant, and then why Rabbah taught it like this, what Rabbi Akiva meant, why Rabbeinu HaKadosh said this, the back and forth, and even things that aren't practical, the Havayos to Abaye v'Rava, the Talmud and the war of Torah, that's where you find the biggest scholars are fully involved. Why? It's Na'aseh v'nishma. Why don't we just figure out what the basic necessities of what we need to do? And it makes so much sense. It hit me so hard when Rav Leichter said it, because Na'aseh v'nishma means that we're married to Hashem. It means we want to do what our spouse wants. It means that I really care and I want to figure out the depth of what this entity, my spouse, really wants. It's not just about bringing them a coffee and getting it done, sending it through an Uber Eats. It's not just about technically putting a check next to Shacharis, or technically I did say this mitzvah or do this mitzvah at this time, and that's the law, that's what it says. But no, much more. Why am I doing this? What is the deep meaning of what is the will and the want of the Almighty? Vayada, to know our spouse, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Gemara is about understanding what our master wants from us, and not just to do basic, shallow actions that you can put a check mark next to them and say, I did it, without understanding what the Ratzon Hashem is. The Ratzon Hashem is what it's about. It's important during the days that we are taking in conclusion and also final steps of elevation towards Shavuos, that we kind of remove some of our own Ratzonos, what we think we know and want, to make a little bit of space, just a little bit of space, to hear about what God really wants from us. To know the depth behind it. To study the Musar Svarim of what Ahava and Yira mean. To say Kriya Shema and to remind yourself daily. And every single second of your life, you'll be able to figure out what you should do. Because you can always ask yourself, what is the Ratzon Hashem? What does Hashem want from me? That is what Na'aseh v'nishma is all about.